loves, it's Sam. So today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me chit chat featuring the new L'Oreal La Palette Nude 1. You can find these at your local Ulta or drugstore for $20. So I'm using the kind of more neutral toned one. They also have a more kind of purpley toned one, a little bit more, you know, kind of cooler purpley mauve tone. So I'm going to be using this one today to create the look that I am wearing right now. And I'm going to kind of give you like a mini review while I use it as well to let you guys know what I think, what are my thoughts on it. So definitely stay tuned for this whole entire look. I hope you guys enjoy. Please give me a thumbs up if you did find this helpful. Okay, I'm going to take my CoverFx mattifying primer and I'm going to put that all over my face. And I forgot to tell you guys last time, you don't need a lot of this stuff. It spreads a long way. It's a very kind of like silicone-y, like slippery type texture. Okay, dog. Next, I'm going to take my Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. I love this stuff. What I also love about it is the applicator. It has like a big old massive wand. It's so cool. It's just such an awesome foundation. The coloring is perfection. And I just love the way it looks on my skin. I've been having so many people say, oh my gosh, what are you doing for your skin? It looks so great. Number one, I got a Diva light. That always helps. But it's mainly this because I'm breaking out right now, as you can see. I mean, my skin is, I mean, my skin's not terrible, but it's not perfect. But with this foundation, it makes it look like it is. It's just so awesome. I'm gonna take my Sigma F88 and I'm just gonna start blending that all into my skin. And I have tried this foundation with a beauty blender and I actually prefer it with the brush. And I make sure I put like barely any on my forehead because I noticed the other day, my date night video, I kind of got distracted when I was doing my foundation and I put a lot more on my forehead than I normally do. And you could tell because my wrinkles, like it was super duper noticeable. If you put too much, you know, when you have wrinkles, not good. Not good at all. Okay, same as always, my concealer is my Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. I love it. It's the bomb.com. I always feel like I look like Top Gun. Like the wings, I don't know, it reminds me of Top Gun for some reason. Is that weird? So my neighbor is like outside right now and my window is facing their yard. And they're probably like, what is that girl doing with a big old light around her face, looking like an alien or something, talking to herself? Weirdo! Okay, my Nars Light Reflecting Setting Powder. I really should like use different stuff like for my face for every tutorial, but I feel like when you find something that works with you and you like it and you like the way it looks and it lasts all day, especially when you're oily like me, I'm like so limited to what I can use. There's like a couple of products that work. And so I don't, you know, I mean, I venture out for like reviews and stuff, but like when I do find something that I'm like, no, we're not gonna do anything else but this. And I'm obsessed with this Clinique. Like since I got it, I think it's just amazing. You guys should definitely, if you guys haven't seen my review of the Clinique, I will put it in the description box below. I'm taking the Laura Mercier and I just got a bunch in my mouth. Setting powder. And I'm just pressing that into my skin. Oh, did you guys see that picture of Reese Witherspoon with what's her name? Sophia at the award show? She had like a big old powder white splotch. I always feel so bad for celebrities when that happens to them. It just sucks. You think that the makeup artist would know by now. Okay, I'm going to use my contour kit from Anastasia, the warm color. And my Sigma F40. I really kind of wish you could just buy these colors separately rather than the whole contour. I mean, I don't know if you can. Maybe you can because you can take these things out Let me know if you can. I mean, I have the whole palette now anyway, but like for people like me who literally use like one shade in there, kind of a waste of money really if you think about it. Okay, for my blush today, I'm going to use the Sonia Kashuk Sahara Sunset Blusher in in Casablanca, and I just get a Sigma F10 and kind of dust it onto the little ball type dome thing. That stuff is so pigmented, like you barely need any. But it just really warms up the face so nicely. If you're someone who really likes the warmer, like coral, peachy tones, I definitely recommend that one. You're really gonna love it. Okay, I got a new highlight in my BoxyCharm. This is the Ofra Derma Mineral Powder in Pink Sapphire, and it is like the most beautiful sparkle pink powder. I'm so excited to try it. I'm just gonna take this brush from Morphe, it's the M436, and I'm just gonna dip it into my lid. This stuff is like, ugh. Okay, let's see. Did you just see that? Yes. Look at that highlight. Oh my gosh. Oh, hello. Just me. A star. Huh. Like an actual star in the sky. Wow. That is intense. That is not for the light-hearted. So today on my eyes, I'm going to try a new primer. This is from M. It is just called, well, it's just their eye primer. It doesn't actually have a name. There's nothing on it. That's weird. But oh, that's interesting. It looks like this, and it's just a clear, oh, it's very silky. It's completely clear, and it's very, very like silicone, silky texture. And it's supposed to help keep your eye makeup last all day long. And it's already burning my eyelids. Isn't that fabulous? Shiver me timbers. It's burning like a noodle. Maybe it'll die down in a second. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and set it with some of that Nars powder and hope that it stops burning. Don't worry, eyeball, you'll be okay. It's like that Urban Decay. I remember when I used it for the first time, the shadow primer. Oh my gosh, you guys should have seen my eyes the next day. I looked like Quasimodo. Like they were so huge and swollen, and they got really dry, like peeling off. It was like a chemical burn on my eye. It was the weirdest thing ever. And there's so many people that love that stuff, and it does work awesome. But it is terrible if you have sensitive eyeballs, because it was the worst allergic reaction that I've actually ever had to a product in my life. I'm using my Anastasia Brow Wiz. Okay, for my eyes today, where am I focused? Right here. For my eyes today, I'm going to try out the Loreal La Palette Nude 1. This is what it looks like. It does come with a little brush, but it's a sponge applicator and then a little tiny brush on the other side, which that might work. So this is what it looks like. It's more of the nude tones, kind of like warmer, warmer kind of bronzy, you know, that kind of shade. So let's try this bad boy out, because I've got to be honest, when I first swatched it, I was like, really, L'Oreal? For $20? So we'll see if it's better on the eyes, because you know how sometimes when you use stuff it's like not that great when you swatch it on your hand, but then when you put it on your eyes it's actually quite good. The first color I'm going to take is this one right here. It's a matte, kind of just nice warm brown. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, so far so good. I like it. It's silky. It's pigmented. It's a nice tone for the crease. I just feel like their price point was a little high. I mean, I know L'Oreal is kind of expensive anyway, but like, come on, drugstore. I'm just getting so frustrated with these drugstore people. I act like it's the drugstore's fault. You know, the drugstore lines, like, they're so expensive nowadays. I mean, there's one thing, like, I love high-end stuff. I like it, you know? But not everyone can afford high-end. And so I feel like they're just, I appreciate that they're trying to, like, work on their product and, like, the quality of their stuff. But my God, $20, that is still, that's not affordable to me. Like, You need, if you want to make a palette like maybe $11.99, sure. But like 20 bucks? You know, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, maybe I'm crazy, but I'm just, that's why I like hardly buy drugstore stuff anymore, because I'm like, it's ridiculous. I'm not gonna pay 20 bucks. I mean, obviously I do for you guys, but. Okay, the next color I'm gonna take is this bronzy shade right here. It's kind of like a just nice bronze. Let's see what it looks like on the eye. Okay, so that one's pretty as well. I mean, the pigmentation isn't like, holy smokes, Urban Decay or anything. But it's definitely nice. I mean, I'm very impressed with the quality. I was honestly not having high hopes for this. I wasn't expecting them to be that great, but I mean, it's definitely not like the most pigmented thing I've ever had, but for a drugstore palette, it's definitely putting down some pretty color, and it's shimmery. It seems to be blending out quite nicely. Oh, and I'm using the Sigma E25. I just realized I put the wrong brush down in the last tutorial. I put E35. For the lid, I'm going to take this really pretty champagne-y kind of like soft pink color, and I'm just going to pop that on with my finger, because that's, if you want the most pigmentation, use your finger. Ooh, that's actually really pretty. It's kind of like a rose gold color. Nice pigmentation. It has a nice sheen. Well, it's shimmery. Yeah, that's actually really beautiful. I like that color a lot. A lot. I wish there was a warmer tone in here. Like, I just wish there was one extra color that had a little bit more of like an orangey copper tone to it. It's still a little bit on the cool side for me, but that is okay. We will make it work. I'm just going to kind of deepen that crease again by just kind of dipping into that first matte shade that I used and just kind of defining, wiping it off, and then blending up. And then to finish off, I'm going to take my E58, right? Nope, E32. Huh, I don't know my brushes at all. And I'm going to take this white color right here. It looks like it has a nice shimmer to it. And I'm going to put that right underneath my brow. Oh yeah, that's actually really nice. Okay, so I'm actually impressed with this palette. You know, I suppose now for 20 bucks, you're alright, L'Oreal. I mean, I still think that these drugstore prices have gotten a little kind of crazy. That's just me. But this is definitely a good palette for $20. Because a high-end palette is going to run you probably $40. And this is definitely not as pigmented as a high-end palette. But I think for a limited budget, it's a good palette. There's a lot of different shades in it. I'm going to put a little bit more of that white right into my inner corner. I mean, it's just kind of like a subtle, like everything is subtle but pigmented enough. Like the rose gold shimmery color that's on my lid, it's not like ridiculously shimmery intense, but it's like a nice, very soft, like, ah, what a pretty little bit of shimmer you have. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a little bit more of that kind of rosy color, that rose champagne, and I'm gonna put that underneath my eye. Then I'm going to take my Sigma E15 and I'm going to take that bronze shade that we did with the shimmer and I'm going to put that underneath. And then I'm going to take my very favorite liner brush and go in with this dark, oops, where it is? There it is, dark chocolate brown. And I'm just going to very, very softly just add that to my lash line, just on the outer corner. That's not the darkest, just so you know. It looks darker than it goes. And I'm just going to just kind of smoke it out a little bit. Okay, so I'm going to go in with my Jessie's Girl eyelash curler and just curl. I'm going to take my L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Best Mascara in the World and put on 2 coats of that. I just love this mascara and I am so like happy that so many people went out and got it. I love when I read your guys' tweets and you're like, oh my gosh, I went and got it and I love it. Thank you so much for your recommendation. I love that. I love when you guys listen to me and then you go and buy it and you love it just as much as I do, because it makes me happy to know that like you love it too. Okay, so there's the finished look on the eyes. It's nothing like spectacular or anything like, whoa, you must have this palette. But if you're looking for like a good neutral palette and you don't want to spend more than $20, it's still a good one. But I'm not going to say it's anything that I'm like blown away with, if that makes sense. For my lips, I'm going to use my MAC Staunchly Stylish. And then I'm going to take this color from BH Cosmetics. It's the new Forever Nude Aqua Gloss. These are really beautiful. The color I have is Honeysuckle. They're very moisturizing, they're not sticky, and they're just a really pretty nude color. And it has a flat brush. I just got these and I so far really impressed. And they smell like vanilla. Or like a cake. Or frosting, or something sweet and delicious that you could eat. So there is the finished look. That highlight, what? But yes. Oh, I got a cat hair on my face somewhere. Eyes. Lips. I love that lip gloss, it's so pretty. And I will see you in my next video.